All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Good evening. Happy Friday night. Hopefully you guys have a nice Friday night ahead of you. I got a Publix cup and it's filled with chocolate milk. That's the kind of night we're having tonight. Chocolate milk out of the Publix cup. Yes, in fact, I do buy the straws. Quick shout out to Dan at Meta. Spoke to you today. I told you to tune into the pod. Get some nice golf DFS advice. Dan at Meta, if you're listening, great progress in our case of getting my social media accounts back to action. So shout out you. Excuse me while I sneeze. We sneezed. We're live. Let's talk some round 3. A little recap of round 2. PGA Tour Showdown. Clap it up for you guys. We had a nice little slate plan today, a nice little round 2. I saw a ton of people cashing in the Discord. So if you did cash, definitely drop a comment. Definitely do a nice little shout on Twitter. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we saw in round 2. We saw Scotty, Victor, Shay, Brian Campbell, Kurt K all shoot rounds of 63 or better. And they all did it in different ways. I know Scotty Scheffler was the highest priced golfer, but he was the one golfer that we were on yesterday. So we'll Vic lap it when we say it. He was the one golfer we were on yesterday, and we played him in 100% of lineups. Anytime the one golfer that we are on shoots a 60, it should lead to good things. So Scotty Scheffler with the 60 did it with accuracy, approach, and putting. Victor was all green profile plus the spike putting. Akshay Bhatia spiked accuracy, all green, and spiked with the putter. Brian Campbell spiked with accuracy and approach. Kurt Kitayama spiked with approach and driving distance. So a little bit of different variants, but at the end of the day, it was really the approach that was the main driver of success. That's no surprise. TPC River Highlands, soft golf course, approach is always very corollary. You combine that with greens that you could stop 4 irons on, it seemed, but there was no really 4 irons out there because there's a wedge basically on every single hole. So when those conditions are like that in low wind, it's ripe for scoring. Looking at the wave split from today, I didn't see it yet, so there's going to be a live reaction of the wave split for today. It was 3.5 strokes under par in the morning and 2 strokes under par in the afternoon. So technically we got this wrong. We didn't say there was going to be AM PM split per se, but I thought it would be more even. I thought it'd be more even than AM PM, but anytime a course plays 3.5 strokes as the average under par, that's an easy golf course. And I hope you guys are happy. Not you guys. I hope Twitter is happy because I can't go complain on Twitter anymore because I have no account. But after what we saw last week, you guys are happy with this? Give me Shinnecock any day. Nonetheless, that is what we saw today at TPC River Highlands. Looking at the weather for tomorrow, I have TPC Sawgrass pulled up. We're playing TPC River Highlands, guys. We're playing TPC River Highlands this week. Did you know that? TPC River Highlands weather for tomorrow. Saturday, the tee times are out, and it looks like we have some dry conditions, maybe a little bit of overnight rain with some wind in the morning. Should soften up the golf course 1%, but still, it's going to be gettable. It's going to be right for scoring anywhere from 3 to 1 mile an hour blowing winds with 9 to 10 mile an hour gusts. The wind direction is going to change a little bit, but it's so little that it's going to be no difference. Like the golf course is soft enough, unless they really trick out the pin positions. They're not really gonna. They can only make them so hard. These greens aren't too slopey. They're raised in some areas, but it's not the end of the world. It's a TPC golf course. It's a scoring golf course. It's going to be right for scoring. And if anything, it looks a little bit easier in the afternoon. And the better golfers are going to go out in the afternoon. If anything, wave split, I think it could be PM AM, but you barely, and only because there's better golfers, but you can score at any position tomorrow. So don't be scared. Don't chase AM golfers. I think it's going to be a little easier in the afternoon with that being said, but weather-wise, I think we're going with no split yet again. In terms of contest selection for tomorrow, we went with that $100 single entry yesterday, and it worked. I'm liking this $100 single entry, a little bit of a different payout. 222 contest, the PGA Tour Showdown 20K long drive, 3K up top, and that 10% mark doesn't come till 14th to 18th. Usually we're looking for that 10% mark around 10th place. So what's 500? What's 500 in relation to 3,000 in terms of percentage? 17% of the top gets paid at 10th place. I love that. 47 entries get paid out. 47 divided by 222 equals 21.1%. Better than yesterday. The top 1/5 of this lineup cashes. Top 1/5 of this contest cashes. I think you can definitely cash in terms of being in the top 5th of the lineup with all the tools, with all the information we have. And then that doubles your entry. You have a nice little spike. You're 6xing your entry. So I absolutely love this contest. $100, 20K long drive. And you're going to want to use those tools. Look at our slate plan yesterday. We're going to victory lap it when it is there. So look, also the slate station, we updated this last week. It is so cool because we have my golfers that I'm liking, that I talk about. We have their salary, their projections, which you don't have to go to the projections. They're right there. We have the DraftKings spike rankings, weather report outside of what I'm saying. And then we have my little slate breakdown, which is just a quick little blurb of recapping what I said. And then outside of that, we have the showdown content. We have the projections, the Stone 2.0. We have every single sport. You want to join the nation, you're going to click that logo in the top left. You're going to use this code, which I'm going to get on the screen in 1 second. Bang, right there, code BOOTS. Join the nation. Join that damn nation. You just want the golf. You just want the content. Bang, single sport, PGA, content only. You want the optimizer. You want SaberSim. I want SaberSim. It's a special tool that you guys are cashing with. Use that code BOOTS. If you want every sport, all access plus optimizer gets you every single thing on the site. NFL, college football, NBA. If you try for a week with my code BOOTS, if you haven't tried it yet, you're going to stick around because am I allowed to curse here? I'm allowed to curse, but I'm not going to. But you guys, you MFers, cash like no other. So shout out you. Another clap. I'll clap when you guys deserve it. And you guys definitely deserve it because I saw the Discord today. Use that code BOOTS and join us. Now it's time. This is the time where we really dive in on what we are looking for. We look at golfers. We look at profiles. We look at stats. Looking at the live stats, tournament, let's go cumulative strokes gained. Do we have cumulative? Bang, right there. That shows strokes gained from both rounds and not just aggregated to an average. This is what everybody's doing. In terms of what we are looking for round 3, we have to lean on approach. I don't think we have to lean on around the green like we did yesterday, even though it wasn't really needed. We have to lean on approach, and driving accuracy is a bonus, but I'm just buying hot approach, guys. I don't want you in this top real 5th percentile of the putters because you're going to come back down to earth a little bit. So I'm kind of avoiding this Henley, Brian Campbell, Ben Griffin, Scotty Scheffler, Akshay Bhatia, Alex Noren range because they're doing a lot with the putter. Not that that's a bad thing, but I just don't think they're going to gain 12 strokes putting in a round. In a week. I don't think Scotty Scheffler is going to gain 11.8 strokes putting in a tournament. I don't think Russell Henley is going to gain 8 strokes putting in a tournament. So I think these numbers are going to come down to earth. So I'm really going to sort by approach and look for guys who are hitting fairways and minting some iron. So let's show player types. Loving this profile right here. Really loving this profile. JJ Spawn. He is currently tied for 8th. Going out in the afternoon is going to be super easy. Doing everything solid. He's not gaining a ton of strokes on with the driver, but he's accurate. You see that little A right there? He's minting fairways. On a golf course like this, JJ Spawn does not need to be gaining strokes off the tee. If he's accurate, he's leaning into his iron play, he's leaning into his middle iron. That is his best game. And he's having a nice short game, a nice putting week. Only gaining 2.3 strokes through 2 rounds. If he doubles that, if he 1.5s that, he's finishing 18 under for the week. Where does 18 under put you? That could be a tie for 3rd. That's going to play in Showdown. Absolutely love that. Love Robert McIntyre. 5 under round today, gaining strokes across the board, all greening. I just love this profile. Cool, calm, collected, doing everything great. And we know he's a top 15 player in the world. I don't know exactly what his world ranking is, but I think he's a top 15 player in the world. He's due to spike, to pop in one of these categories. So I'm really liking that. Shane Lowry is doing his thing. He's hitting fairways, gaining a stroke and a half off the tee through 2 rounds, and he's hitting his irons well. Shane Lowry's forte is hit fairways and gain strokes on approach. He's only gaining 1.4 strokes on approach in 2 rounds, but he's hitting his irons good. That means he's close. He can have a +3 approach round and pop for a round of 8 under. He's not barely putting well, but he's not putting poorly. He's about average. So that means he could pop. I don't want to chase a -2 putter. Shane Lowry is only showing me he's -0.2. He has room to grow. I absolutely love that. And I absolutely love Bud Cauley. Bud Cauley is really coming into his own. I mean, one of the TPC golf course just 2 starts ago, gaining strokes in every category. And Bud Cauley is generally a really good putter. So I like him to gain more strokes on the green. He's only gaining 0.25, has a ton of room to grow. Let's zoom out a little bit. I talked about Sam Burns yesterday, 2 rounds of 4 under, and his best asset is arguably his putter, and he's losing strokes on the green. But like I said, he's not losing 2.5 strokes a green, only 0.6 strokes on the greens. He's not doing it well, but he's not doing it horrible. Sam Burns, if he pops for 1 day on the green and he's hitting it so well, he turns that 4 under round to a 7 under round, a 6 under round. That's going to play at his price completely. Colin Morikawa, I know he's losing 3.5 strokes around the green, but I don't think around the green is going to be important at all tomorrow with the scoring conditions, with the weather. I love how he's hitting the golf ball. The putter is fine. It's 0.3 for Colin. That is totally fine. So I like that a lot from those guys. Down the board a little bit, can we find a profile? Aaron Rai, a popular golfer this week. He's only 7 under, but he's doing everything around even. He's gaining 2.5 strokes tee to green. That tells me a good round is coming. I would not shy away from Aaron Rai. And same thing with Daniel Berger. We played him today. He shot 3 under, not the worst round, not the best round in the world, though, about average. The putter is really letting him down. A little scary. I don't know if I want to go back to him tomorrow. So one more golfer before we get to the one golfer that we are on. I have to sneeze again. Now that I am back in Florida, when I sit here in the spot that you guys are used to, there's a vent up there. And the vent kind of gets me. It kind of gets me. So we'll find one more golfer, and then we will get to the one golfer that I am on. Bring the screen back up right now. Let's talk. Let's find someone. Let's go with Keith Mitchell. Keith Mitchell, when he plays well, he parlays it. Obviously, he played really good at the US Open, had a nice round 1, made a few mistakes late, but he's gaining 0. No, that might be just round 2 stats. Let me read. No, this is cumulative. So Keith Mitchell through 2 rounds, he's losing 0.1 strokes tee to green, but that's all around the green. I mentioned I do not care about around the green tomorrow. The scoring conditions are going to be so easy. This stat is meaningless to me. He's hitting the ball well enough. He's plus 0.2 on the putting greens. He can pop on the putting greens for sure. So Keith Mitchell, I like that. Now, the one golfer that we are on for tomorrow. Let's get a little drum roll. Drum roll it in your head. I know you could do it. Here we go. His name begins with. We played him last week. He didn't work out for us. This profile is scary, but a profile like this, a top 10 golfer in the world, can figure it out on the greens. And that is Ludwig Aubert. Ludwig Aubert, he's gaining 2.3 strokes tee to green while losing strokes around the green. Again, meaningless, hitting the ball so well. Look what he did with the driver today. Gained 1.7 strokes off the tee in 1 round. That is special. That means he lost in round 2. Had a great driving day today. If he keeps driving it like he did today, he's going to put himself in extreme position. He's coming from T49, absolutely no pressure. Why can't Ludwig shoot 10 under tomorrow? 0 reason. Just find something on the greens. You're too good of a golfer. I don't want to chase like a rando who's losing 4.3. But Ludwig losing 4.3, I think he could bounce back. I do think he can bounce back. So Ludwig Aubert is the one golfer that we are on. As always, before we get out of here, the song of the day. Our Parting Ways by 156 Silence. Shout out Pittsburgh. Check it out. And if you guys have any questions, you know where to find me. As always, let's ship it. Catch you guys tomorrow night. Peace.